Welcome back to 30 Minutes About Everything. Happy New Year, top of the new year. I am one of your hosts, Archie J, live on YouTube. We're coming to you with the latest and trending stories and hot news and all that fun stuff. But I want to check in with my co-host, Kristina. How have you been?
I've been really good. It's a brand new year. I got some brand new Botox. I've got my brand new Lake Bryant shirt on. We are ready to thrive this year.
I love it. Jay Lamar, what's up? What's up?
I am amazing. My hair is growing, the curls are popping, and life is great. We have a new president about to enter office next week, so I am very excited.
Yes, it is very exciting indeed. We are at the peak of the new year. We're being optimistic, but we're about 1.5 weeks into the new year, and stories are already rolling out right and left, and we got to get to them. So without further ado, you know how we do it. Jay Lamar, kick us off.
So, as I spoke, we got a new president coming into office, a new beautiful vice president coming into office next week. So last week, when the Senate met and Congress met to actually confirm those electoral college votes, there was chaos in the Capitol. So Trump and MAGA supporters stormed the Capitol, trying to damn near take over our government, which caused a huge shutdown. The Senate, the House of Representative members, they were just locked away. People lost their lives. People were injured. But a lot of us on social media seen a lot of the police officers and the Capitol police officers and the Secret Service. They were a lot more gentle with these MAGA supporters and protesters. So according to TMZ and CNN, there were two police officers, Capitol police officers, are recently suspended. One of the police officers has made his social media debut and has went viral because he was taking selfies with the chaotic, crazy, stupid MAGA supporters. And the other police officer actually took off someone's MAGA hat, put it on, and posed for a picture. Now, this is absolutely insane. I think it's the craziest thing that we've seen in our lifetime thus far. We already are living in a pandemic. Now we literally watched our fellow American citizens, although they are MAGA supporters, they are still American citizens, actually storm our nation's capital because of the number 45 lunatic that we have in office. So my question to you guys is, with all this going on and chaos going on, do you think it was right for these two Capitol police officers to be suspended for wearing a MAGA or putting on a MAGA hat and then taking a selfie with these MAGA supporters?
Sir, are you kidding me? Absolutely. I just think, because you have a job to do. Mm-hmm. And if they were like Trump supporters and maybe that they were out like away from the Capitol, not as hard of a punishment, I think. I think that they should still be punished because that's just my own political views. But then I think back of like the Black Lives Matter movement, and you had a lot of police officers like joining in on that, doing the electric slide with folks as they're, standing down. So I don't know. Like, I think that this for sure, because it was the Capitol, they were not supposed to be there, and taking selfies and having it all filmed. Yeah, those cops definitely should get in some serious trouble. What about you, Archie?
Yeah, that's not the protocol, So like the law enforcement and people working for the government here to protect our nation and the nation's capital, literally on that day, are not supposed to be lollygagging and, kind of egging it on. We saw many videos come out on social media. It basically looked like there was some suspicious stuff going on because they just kind of walked through, and it's just not sitting right in my spirit. I am, very excited that we are on the brink of something a little bit new, because these things should not be tolerated, as they will not be tolerated in the new coming administration, as they have spoke up about. So yeah. I'm optimistic about the future, but this was completely wrong. I think that they need all types of, penalization, if that's a word. And it's a no-go across the board.
I'm heavily interested to not only see what the repercussions will be for the officers, but also the MAGA supporters that took over our nation's capital or tried to take over our nation's capital. I think that this particular issue, as we all kind of sat at home and watched it through a different lens, I think it upset me. Not that they were protesting. It upset me to see what they did, but it also upset me because, Archie, you and I, we marched for BLM.
Yeah.
When we were in downtown LA and we were marching for Black Lives Matter, remember there was a situation where the police actually pointed their rubber bullet guns at people. And me and Archie kind of took off like, well, what happened? Everything was just so peaceful.
Right.
Yeah.
And to see in our nation's capital, people actually, there were MAGA supporters with guns, knives, and all type of things, but they were treated with such dignity and respect.
Yeah.
Baffled me, because here we are marching in downtown LA with signs, and we were treated like complete criminals for marching with signs that said Black Lives Matter. But these people are protesting with guns and knives, and they're ready to create chaos, and nothing happened to them. I think it was absolutely irritating to watch and frustrating to watch, but I am interested to see what their repercussions will be for their outrageous actions. And I know this isn't a political show, and we don't dive a lot into politics, but it is something that I definitely want to talk about because all three of us, I know, had commentary about it, but it was just so shameful to watch this chaos in the Capitol, and I'm so excited about the brighter days ahead. Definitely.
It is a horrible thing. I will say some people have been arrested, as only 3 died that day, but also some of them, most of them who are notable have been put on the no-fly list, and we've been seeing some videos on social media about them throwing the tantrum and not being able to fly.
Yes, that hashtag is running today. Hashtag no-fly list. Make sure you guys look at it. It will have you hysterically laughing throughout the night.
I do want to acknowledge the live chat happening right now. I see the thumbs up. I see people rocking with us tonight, so appreciate that. Feel free to drop a comment. I will shout you out. But with a little bit more of a political news on a lighter note, Kristina, what's up?
Yeah, well, literally a lighter note. I mean, Kamala Harris was on the cover of Vogue magazine for the February issue. She was working it out, doing what vice president bosses do on the cover of this magazine. And it was shot by Beyonce's photographer, Tyler Mitchell. Mm-hmm. And on the cover, you have one where she's wearing like this black blazer and another one where she's wearing like a powder colored blazer, and she's standing in front of like a green and pink background, which apparently is supposed to give shout out to her sorority. I don't know all that world, but honestly, the Twitterverse is not pleased with this because of the way that her skin tone looks, which is lighter. Now, my first thought was Tyler Mitchell, the photographer, because if this is Beyonce's photographer, there have been so many, people have brought up this conversation before about how, I don't know if he's the one that's lightening her skin tone or if it's Beyonce's request, but obviously people have been talking about this before. And they were just saying that, she was deliberately washed out to make her look lighter. Now, I do think that the pictures kind of look like a hot mess. I honestly could have gone in there with my iPhone X and just smashed that cover. But it did. I personally don't think it was too washed out. It looked like a really bad Instagram preset, like a really bad filter. Maybe it was washed out. I don't know. I don't really have an eye for that. What do you think about it? And do you think that Vogue should reshoot it and make up for it?
Well, I think speaking for, my brown skin girls and my brown skin boys, we have to have a particular light hit us in the right way to capture a photo. I think that any of us that have done photo shoots know that if the light don't hit you right, there is a way to edit the light and make it better. I think that she was completely washed out. I didn't like her wardrobe. It did not scream boss it did not scream, I am about to be the second in command of these United States. I am a history-breaking woman in this country. It did not give me that. I love the fact that she paid homage to her wonderful sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. I absolutely loved that aspect, but I definitely think that she really could have, the photos could have been different. But I also read an article that she did not approve those photos.
Right.
That she was sent different photos for the cover, and her team selected a completely different photo than those that were shown to us through Vogue, which I don't know how that happens. But I can't wait for her to put her vice president heels down, red bottoms down. And I think that she's owed another cover, because I am not pleased. This morning on Good Morning America, Robin Roberts spoke of it. And I've never heard Robin Roberts say anything negative on Good Morning America the past 2 years I've been watching Good Morning America.
Oh, geez.
But Robin Roberts even said that the cover was not up to par.
No.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. But even if her team said absolutely no, like that was not the photo that we chose, we've all done a photo shoot before where they all kind of look the same anyways. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like maybe you look a little different and pose different and you have a better angle, but you're still going to get the same vibe. Archie, what do you think?
I think, here's my thing. I don't hate it, but it's very underwhelming, as you said, for a Madam Vice President. It's underwhelming. Yeah. That's the word that I'm going to use. And as you mentioned, the lighting, I don't like my lighting today. I look a little pale. But, so I think that somebody could have color corrected that. I'm going to blame it on the lighting. I'm not saying anybody deliberately washed her out. I don't think that that's going to fly, especially in today's society and them being editorial in Vogue. The fashions, again, underwhelming. The Converse, like I get it because she's just so cool and chill, but this is not the time and the place for that. This is supposed to, like y'all said, boss up, give that energy. And I did hear that the photos that were going to be the cover, she was wearing a gray suit and it was even more drab. So if this is the elevated version, and this I also did hear that her team approved these photos, not necessarily her, but I heard that bit of information. I completely understand where everybody's coming from. This is just not what we wanted to see.
I think that right now, I like the fact that ever since Joe and Kamala won, Kamala has been kind of in the background, playing her role, playing it silent. I definitely think in the coming months, she's going to have a really big and huge impact on the Senate. But as you said, Archie, I was completely underwhelmed. And I hope that they don't do the same thing that I feel like they did to Michelle Obama, where they limit the fashions that Michelle Obama was allowed to display.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I hope that they allow her to be fashionable. Kamala is a business casual, fashionable woman. So I'm excited to see her step into that and out of this Vogue cover shoot.
I agree.
Because it ain't cute.
It ain't cute. Listen, well, to break it up a bit, to kind of keep the party, hot, I want to talk about something. There's this couple that are swirling around on social, and they're swirling around the skies after months and months and months of dating rumors and years of slut-shaming her. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have officially announced their relationship. Yes, Lori Harvey, daughter of Steve Harvey, is dating the people's most sexiest man alive. And now we first saw them when they were exiting a plane together in November, right? They were exiting a plane. We were like, what's that? They got on masks. What's really happening? But on Sunday night, just yesterday, they both posted. And now she is 23. He is 33. And the age thing is not bothering me because let's just be honest, she might as well be 33 with that lifestyle that she's been living. I got to ask you guys, will it last? Personally, I will say this is not the forever. And I know a lot of people are praising her because she chooses the guys and everything like that. And she's a boss lady and she's not getting attached to these guys and she's doing what she needs to do in her 20s. But this relationship is odd to me. It's not sitting too well in my gut. Jay Lamar, what are you thinking?
I got a lot of comments, and I told you that in our chat today. At first, I'm not going to lie, I think me along with a lot of other people seen the photos, and I'm like, no, Michael B. Jordan, don't fall into it. Don't fall into it. But then afterwards, when I sat and I thought about it, I said, you know what? Lori Harvey is doing what majority of these rappers and her male peers do. You know, they date, and she's doing nothing but date. Remember when J-Lo, 15 years ago, Kristina, you can probably relate. 15 years ago, we watched J-Lo date Diddy and then Mark, and we watched her date so many different people, and there was so much judgment put on J-Lo because she was doing the same thing that men do in date. I do not wish to shame Lori Harvey anymore. I'm excited for her. I have this little 2021 book. It's going to be my 2021 lessons that I've learned. I am hoping that I can take notes from Lori Harvey and apply those notes to my dating life, Lori Harvey. I know I'm a dating coach. I'm a matchmaker. But damn, Lori Harvey got me beat. Like, she is collecting. She's a bone collector, Archie.
Yeah.
Lori Harvey is the bone collector, baby.
No, literally the bone.
She's collecting good, expensive, long bones. So more power to Lori. More power to you.
Kristina, do you have any words?
I mean, it's probably not going to last. It's Hollywood, but honestly, Archie, you're kind of giving me Michael B. Jordan vibes right now with the hat and all black.
No.
Yes.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Because you know what? I have gotten this for the last 4 years. Oddly enough, it only comes from white people. But I will take it.
Oh, sorry. Well, it is what it is.
I will take it.
Still have the eyes, okay? So, I'm a little, I don't really know Lori Harvey that well. How do I feel about it? Well, I'm a little disappointed because I'm like, oh, okay, great. Michael B. Jordan, grab a model, grab it. Was she's a rapper? Grab a rapper.
She's just a socialite, a model, a daughter.
Okay, a model. You're grabbing a model. Like, grab somebody real. Meet somebody who's like, a cashier at Trader Joe's. Take her out on a date. The girl that's been sweating you, that's been working her ass off. Find somebody who is not in that world. But you know what? If that's who you want to mess with, and if that's where you want your life to go, Michael B. Jordan, go ahead. That's just how I feel about it. I mean,
I think amongst everybody that she's dated, she's hit a jackpot. She's hit somebody that is new money. He's slated to be like Denzel Washington in 20 to 40 years. Mm-hmm. He's a pioneer figure within within Hollywood. So if she plays her cards right and sticks with this one, she'll be good for the rest of her life. Do I think it'll work out? Maybe not. I think she's just having fun. She's 23 years old.
But this is the one she's posted. She's dated Future. She's dated X, Y, and Z. She's posted this one. He posted her. He doesn't post women. I was like, okay.
But it's kind of weird in Hollywood that they kind of recycle. Yes, they have the same baby mama. They have the same, they kind of recycle the girls a little bit. And I do agree. I would love. Oh, Kristina.
Sorry. I'm excited.
Is Michael B. Jordan watching? Do I need to do that next?
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, you know what? On that note, I wish them well. It's a new year, new affirmations. Put them out there. Set your tone for the year, and they are setting the tone. And hey, congratulations.
You wish them well. I don't.
I wish everybody well.
I know you do. It's cute.
I just wish the same luck she had with me and on me. Like, give me that luck.
Okay.
I mean, you have that, but we won't get into that.
Jay Lamar, I want to talk TV now. I want to talk TV, and I want.
Our 3 viewers are Jay Lamar.
Let's talk TV. Jay Lamar, tell me all about this Jeopardy.
About
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Oh Kristina has thrown this show completely off tonight. No, you guys. So remember, probably about 3 episodes ago, we were guessing who would be the next host of Jeopardy. We threw some names out there, and ding, ding, ding. I think Kristina and I kind of came to an agreement that Ken Jennings would be a great host of Jeopardy. Well, Ken Jennings made his premiere this week as the guest host of Jeopardy. Last week he started to do his little media run. So I was like, okay, getting ready. Like, let's see how he'll be. I can say tonight, I don't want to say I was underwhelmed. I think that for me, personality-wise, there are going to be some big shoes to fill with Alex Trebek. Huge shoes to fill. Alex Trebek, though, gives me very, like, I'm smart, I know my job, but I'm welcoming. Mm-hmm. Ken Jennings gives me, I'm smart, I know my job, and damn it, you don't know the answer, you stupid. So I don't see Ken Jennings actually being a good host. I did not know that he is one of the executive producers of the show. Oh. So after he won, they hired him as one of the executive producers. Oh. And he was one of the producers on the show for a long time.
Is that two checks I did not know that. Is that 2 checks?
Yes. So now he is the guest host. And I think they're kind of just trying him out. But I don't feel like he'll draw in that audience that Alex Trebek drew in. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Ken Jennings will make it? And if not, let's get predictions as who the next guest host of Jeopardy will be.
Well, I think I watched just a couple clips and I was like, yeah, I agree. It's very underwhelming. And he just seems like really nerdy. I don't think people are going to tune in for it, but I also don't feel like people were tuning in necessarily for Alex Trebek too. They just wanted to see how smart they were, and they were actually playing the game at home like a lot of us would be, you know? So is it more about the game or is it more about the host? I mean, I love the idea we were talking about a few weeks ago, Carson Daly, because you were like, he's such a boring guy. He would actually be good. But then again, you probably have to have someone smart in there too. And so maybe Carson isn't the best, choice for that. What about you, Archie?
I think that they should cancel the show. But yes, I do. I think if we're gonna make somebody the guest host, I think that for some reason my gut says the next guest host is gonna be a woman. I'm thinking along the lines of Tina Fey. I'm thinking along the lines of Gabrielle Union. Just me.
Oh, okay.
Just me. Would have never. You might as well say Chelsea Handler.
Yeah, I love her. Yeah.
Like I feel like, to me, George Stephanopoulos of GMA has such a nerdy but interesting presence. Yeah. To where you want to listen to him. Like when George comes on with special reports, I'll be like, "What George talking about?" Mm-hmm. And he's welcoming. So somebody like that, I don't think that George would leave GMA because he's so invested in the politics and the news. But I definitely think like he would be like my front runner as my guest host.
Okay,
that's a good one.
We shall keep our eyes peeled. Until then, we'll bring you with the latest updates. Kristina, one of my favorite couples, they are on the rocks.
They are, Kim and Kanye, and we've been talking about this for weeks now. But a lot of money and property is on the line at this point. I mean, Ye and his net worth, if they get divorced, he went from $100 million to $1.3 billion. He says it's $3 billion. I don't know about that, but of course,
girl, he lies.
I know. I mean, but with his music and the fashion careers and everything, Kim went from $40 million to $780 million with her Skims and makeup and all the things. So I guess the question is the prenup. Now, I thought this was crazy because the prenup, basically every year that Kim is married to Kanye, apparently he pays her $1 million, which is like $1 million is nothing. It's like a drop in the bank if you have 1.3 billion. But it's not really clear what's going to happen with all of their stuff, including, I shouldn't say stuff, including their children, because their children aren't things, but what's going to happen with that? Now, are they going to stay with Kanye, who's a little mentally unstable right now? And does he really want to have, should 5 children really be around him for the custody of the children? I don't know. Who do you think should get custody? And should they split this big giant $1.3 billion? Not really quite sure what the prenup would say, but what would you consider would be appropriate? Jay Lamar?
I think that Kim Kardashian, she doesn't give me I play dirty. You could say a lot of her, but I don't think that
She's a
she
very
plays dirty.
kind person, I've heard.
I don't think she plays dirty. I do think, however, that she would get something out of the divorce. I'm estimating $300 million just to make her a billionaire as well. So they're on the same. I can see something like that, just putting her on the same level as Kanye. As far as kids, I think that she will allow him to see the kids. I do, however, think that she would send like supervisors over, like their nannies have to go, who have been hired by her and stuff like that, because he is bipolar. He's been diagnosed with bipolar. We see his bipolar rants on social media and on television. So if I were her, I would definitely have some concern about my children going over there and their parents, their other parent is bipolar. So to me, Kim Kardashian is a smart woman, but I definitely see her handling the divorce very quick and quiet. They both have money, so there's no need for a big fight. But I do see her protecting her children, and in protecting her children, definitely having supervised visits. I don't see her allowing him to be a dad all by himself.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that it'll be handled very amicable. And if anybody's like a fan of the show or a fan of the family, once you kind of join that entourage, like Scott Disick with Courtney, you're kind of like integrated in, and everything is pretty mutual because they get along for the kids. I mean, Chris did it with Robert when she got with Bruce at the time. So they do that whole blended family thing very well. I know that she will probably walk away with more because she is Kim Kardashian. Yes, the house is built on a Kanye West aesthetic, but it'll be left to her. So, I mean, I wish them well because I really do wish them well.
I know. I do too.
And I don't think that he's going to buy her dirty either. Like, they seem to have some sort of just understanding about each other. Like, they let each other do them. They come together. They let each other do them. So I feel like it'll be very like peaceful. And then Kanye gives me the type that he likes being the provider. So it'll kind of make him feel better. I gave her the houses. I gave her this. Like, it'll make him feel better as a man.
Yeah.
Until she starts dating somebody else, then I could see the jealousy maybe pop up.
Yeah.
But for some strange reason, we've watched her date a lot of people. I don't think that after him, she's going to have like a big dating life. Like, I don't see it.
Well, listen, we'll keep our eyes watched. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Mark Smith, I do see you in the comment. Not Kim and Kanye. I know, I'm with you. But let me get to the story because everybody's talking with just 2 minutes left of the show. Because I understand the obsession, but I was never really one to sit and enjoy the marathons on Lifetime of Sex in the City. But Sarah Jessica Parker announced the return of the show you've been waiting for. The new series will be called And Just Like That, and it's being described as a new chapter of the groundbreaking HBO series. Now, SJP posted a video on her page, a little teaser, you can go check it out for yourself. And then also Kristen Davis and Cynthia Nixon also shared the video. And it's no secret that Kim Cattrall will not be in this one, as she's been very vocal over the last couple of years. With no date yet, the 10-episode half-hour series is scheduled to begin production towards the end of spring in New York. And actually, Sarah Jessica Parker said in 2019, I wouldn't call it a reboot, I would call it a revisit. And I like that because things are a lot different. They're like 50 now. Samantha's character's not there, so we're going to see something different. Are you guys going to be tuning in?
Yes. Absolutely. I'm glad that my friends are back. I'm glad that they finally got and read all my tweets and my pleas and my letters and my emails because I'm really excited about it. I grew up on it while in my 20s, and I never really thought that I was going to be living that life almost in my 30s. And now I'm like, shit, I'm outgrown the 30s. Now I'm into the 40s. So if the bringing it back makes me feel better. That's it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for her coming back. I am worried that Kim Cattrall's character is going to be missed because she had Samantha was a big character.
Yeah.
Samantha did her own thing.
She's a boss.
But I do see them kind of bringing in somebody else to kind of be the Samantha of the show, but kind of in like a lower role, because you kind of need that. Because I will be interested to see what Samantha's doing in her 50s. But I am excited about them coming back.
Yeah.
You know what Cynthia Dixon actually said? That they should bring in Sharon Stone to play Samantha's character.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
That would be really good.
Yeah,
but I don't want them. Don't name her Samantha. Like name her somebody else, but just have that same aesthetic.
Right.
That Samantha's slutty ass had.
Well, we'll be watching. And I do want to address Mark Smith in the comment. I'm out of the loop. Is Kanye a bad father? Nobody ever said that. But he has a little bipolar situation. Go read some articles. And on that note, I do want to conclude. I thank everybody for tuning in, for joining. It's 30 minutes about everything, bringing you the latest and trending stories, hot topics, and just under 31-ish minutes. Kristina with a K, how can people keep up with you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the above, at Kristina On Air.
J. Lamar.
You guys can follow me on all social media platforms at I am J. Lamar.
And same for me. All social media platforms, that includes Clubhouse. That's so funny. At Archie J Speaks. And until next week, have a great